Fomentation, sometimes called a compress, are made from a strong herbal tea or even hot or cold water that has had an herbal tincture added to it. A cloth is dipped into the tea and placed on the skin while it is still warm. Optional, the area is covered with plastic wrap to keep the area moist and warm. Then you cover the area with another cloth to even keep it warmer. Traditionally, flannel is preferred for fomentations. Its tight weave will absorb the herbal tea and will hold in the heat better. Now, I save old clean t-shirts and cut them into strips. And also, I have an old flannel sheet that I have cleaned and cut into strips. Strips of cloth that's going to be appropriate for the size that you're doing. You need some self-adherent stretchy tape and some plastic wrap. If you're doing an area like a back or the chest, you would simply need a cloth appropriate for the size. You still need your plastic wrap, and then you're going to need a folded towel that you can place if the patient is going to be in bed, immobile, and just cover it with this heavy towel. And of course you still have the option of putting a hot water bottle or a heating pad on top of that. Washcloths can be used as well. Use whatever fabric you have as long as it is tightly weaved. Now, gauze can be used if it is wrapped several layers. If you're going to buy flannel to have on hand, white is preferred. Be sure and pre-wash it to remove starches and other chemicals. Now here's an old flannel sheet that I washed, and I placed it in a plastic bag to keep it clean so it'll be ready to go when I need it. You can cut up an old flannel shirt into strips, but be aware if you're cutting up an old worn-out flannel shirt, do not use the thin, worn-out area of the shirt. It will be too thin to absorb the herbal tea and will not hold in the heat. Fomentations or compresses are effective for swellings, pains, colds, and the flu. It stimulates fresh blood circulation and warms the area it is applied to. It is effective for sore throats, chest congestion, and the back. Heat relaxes the area, opens up the pores so more of the herbal mixture will penetrate the area. Now if you're using leaves or flowers, ginger or turmeric root, you're going to do an infusion. You're going to get 2 tablespoons of your chopped dried herb. Today I am using a mixture of mullein and lobelia. And then I'm going to pour 2 cups of just boiled water into it. And then I'm going to kind of stir it up a little bit. Get all those herbs in there. And cover it with a tight-fitting lid, and I'm going to let this set 10 to 15 minutes, which is called steeping. Now if I had roots, barks, berries, or seeds, I would put it in the pan of hot water, and then I would put the same amount of herbs, 2 tablespoons of chopped dried herbs, or 4 tablespoons of fresh herbs in the 2 cups of water. I would bring it to a boil, cover it with a tight-fitting lid, and let it simmer. Okay, this is set for 10 to 15 minutes, so now we're going to strain it. To another jar. Now I have rolled this cloth up. You see how I rolled it up. I'm just going to place it in there. I want to make sure it's well saturated all the way through. since it has sat for 10 or 15 minutes, this is not burning my hands because it's had a little time to cool off. And I'm going to wring it out. And I don't want to get it bone dry because I want it to retain part of the heat. So I'm just going to say it was my wrist that I had a problem with. I would just wrap it up like that. See, with it's wet, it kind of sticks to itself. Then I'm going to take this plastic wrap. Then I'm going to wrap that, and this is going to help hold the heat in. And then I'm going to take another piece of fabric, and I'm going to wrap it up again. Now at this point, I could, if I didn't, I could use clothespins, but I really like this self-sticky tape that they make now that sticks to itself. Let's cut it. It says you can tear it, but obviously I can't.
Well, you say you used it.
Huh?
Okay.
Now this would be, you want to leave this on for 20 minutes. Now it would be even more effective if it was an area that you could place a heating pad or a hot water bottle over the area to push in more of the heat. Now you can do this throughout the day several times depending on what your problem is. Now if you wanted to do a fomentation or compress made with tinctures, you would take a tablespoon of your herbal tincture to 2 cups of water, and you would add that and stir it in, and you would follow the same process. And you would use hot or cold water depending on the condition. A cold fomentation is used at the first sign of an injury to reduce the inflammation, such as a sprain or a strain, a torn muscle or tendon, bruises or other injuries with unbroken skin. Now hot fomentation are used after the acute stage of the injury or after the inflammation has been relieved to heal and repair the injury. You would use one like to treat infections, treat pain, swollen lymph nodes or glands, or even cysts. So it's best if you're going to do these to practice it, so when you actually need it, you've got everything together, you know the process, and you can go through it. Especially getting your flannel cut into strips, or at least have some gauze on hand. Okay, herbalist, are you ready to make a hot fomentation or a cold fomentation? And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me today. Now, if you wish to see more of these videos, like and subscribe to our channel. Leave me comments in the comments section. Now, for the last 30 years, all of our income has come off our organic farm here in East Texas. We're 100 miles from Dallas, and our little community of 400 still considers chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy a health food. And they just do not understand our lifestyle. They still laugh at what we are doing, especially since our main crop is wheatgrass, which they really have no idea what that is. We need your support by subscribing and liking our channel, and be sure and visit me at familyguidetoherbs.com, your guide to natural homemade remedies. Thank you so much.